Welcome back, y'all. So, Kai Cenat fashion journey. Keep it a being with you, bro. Why are we still talking about this? Let bro do what he gonna do. He having fun. We having fun. It's Kai Cenat, bro. But we gonna see what you see insane. Congrats on 100K.
Yo,
Subscribe.
Kai Cenat has finally come back to explain this journal he's been walking around with for the past several months. And he says the following. I never really got to explain this journal clearly, so I'm going to start being transparent. He's already been too transparent. This journal was gifted to me in October of last year when I started to learn how clothes are made. October. It's March 1st. Which means that, what is that? Less than 6 months. Less than 6 months. This guy's been walking around this guy's been on his fashion journey for less than 6 months. Virgil Abloh and Kanye West spent like a year interning. And this was after they already had fashion experience. Virgil was an architect, went to college for that. So he had elements of design already in him. And Kai Cenat's walking around here and he's been doing this for less than 6 months. Oh my goodness. It's like, I don't want to hate on Kai Cenat, but it's like, dog, do you realize how detached you are? But anyway, he says, I decided to document everything I've been learning by writing and putting Polaroids in it. I've carried this with me ever since, and what I have started doing is scanning the pages and putting them online for anyone else learning about clothing. I'm grateful for who I've met and what I'm continuously learning. I feel like I need to share it with you guys. No, you don't. You need to share it with us. This is oversharing. So I actually...
Yeah, I was gonna keep it a being with. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You ain't gotta keep sharing everything with everybody. Like, for real. I ain't mad at him for doing his fashion shit. Like, if you could speed run it. Like, he can afford to have a team with him anyway, so it don't really affect us how long 6 months to a year, 5 years, he can afford a team. So 6 months doesn't sound too crazy for me. 2, bro, keep your actual secrets to yourself, gang. You can give out game, you can give out advice and all that other shit, but your sauce, like the secret formula, my nigga, come on, son. We all watch SpongeBob. Mr. Krabs never gave that hoe out, bro. Come on, man. Come on, Kyle.
Went to the website and I signed in and I started opening this journal. So just in the first couple of pages, like you see him talking about the journey, right? And you also see all of these different, like a journal gifted to me as I was going around to different factories in Italy, learning and gaining as much knowledge as possible. I really wanted a videographer to document the journey by recording on camera, but I didn't have them with me yet. So here's me documenting everything with the journal and photos. Like this could have been a TikTok of a girl going to some Italian factories for the first time in her life, because that's what this is. So October 11th, the first print out of some of the first collection before launch. Brief ideas. A lot of these items I like a lot. Some of them still need work. A lot of these are not confirmed. So he's just teasing this Vivette thing. And the reason why I find this so, it's kind of dumb too, is because imagine the Carter documentary, right? So for those of you that are a little bit older, or a little bit younger, I should say, there was a documentary called The Carter that was released in 2009. And it was released after The Carter 3. So a lot of it was the making of the...
Hold on, bro. I ain't gonna lie with y'all. Today, I'm trying to paint my basement, right? I got one wall left. But the thing is, I had to move a heavy ass, I don't even know what to call, like a bookshelf type of joint, filled with shit in it, right? Move that, bro. I had a TV. I threw on a bunch of old music videos, T-Pain music videos. Y'all niggas don't even know about that, bro. The Vivo days, Vivo, however you pronounce it, I don't care, bro. I feel like music today don't hit the same because you don't got music videos like how you was having back in the day, bro. Them old music videos was crazy, my nigga. Like, that was half the experience itself. T-Pain, Lil Wayne. Oh my god, yo. It was a time back in the day, gang. It was a time. I don't know what happened, but shit.
Carter 3. And the Carter 3 ended up being the most successful album at that point in his career. Maybe, I mean, it won Grammy for Best Rap Album and a lot of other awards. I think it was the one that sold 1 million first week, or was that the Carter 4? I think it was. Anyway, it was one of the best-selling albums first week. Yeah, it sold over 1 million copies first week.
Damn.
So it went platinum first week.
Yo,
not the
Lil
fake
Wayne's
platinum
tough.
Putting a hit on. And there were also a lot of leaks involved.
Yo, I have so much more respect for artists back in the day because you really had to get your streams how you really got it out there. Like, you had to get out the muscle, bro. Now you can fake streams. Like, I saw an Instagram post, 21 Savage, Party Next Door, a bunch ASAP Rocky, a bunch of guys was losing streams because of view botting and shit like that, or stream botting. Yo, back in the day, bro, you really had to get that shit off the, like, double platinum, no features, J. Cole. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, man, I miss 2012, 2011. I was a kid, yeah, but I feel like life was just so much more vibrant back in the day, gang. Now it's kind of like just muddle, shit like murky outside.
But it shows the entire process.
Let's get back to the
Now,
video. My
when
fault.
did I say it
I'm
released?
rapping.
2009. The Carter 3 released in 2008. This was filmed during that process, but was it teased? No. Was it released? No. And why not?
Yeah.
Because they wanted to wait and see what the hell happened with the Carter 3. If the Carter 3 sold 20K first week, and it was a massive flop, and everybody thought it was trash, and there was no hit, and there was no lollipop, and there was nothing, because keep in mind, the Carter 3 had to get remade because the original Carter 3 just leaked. So much stuff ended up leaking, so Wayne was just like, all right, let's get back in. And it's a great documentary. Like, if you like Lil Wayne, you've probably seen it if you're a little bit older, but if you're a fan of Lil Wayne, I really suggest you
watch that joint.
You get an insight into the work ethic of somebody like a Lil Wayne. Keep in mind, Lil Wayne was already rapping for 20 plus years before he did this documentary. Anyway, with that being said, this is like Kai Cenat releasing a documentary before the clothing didn't even drop. The album didn't drop. So imagine the Carter documentary comes out before the Carter album comes out. You're looking at it like, dog, what the hell is this?
Yeah, that would be kind of
nutty.
And
then if it flops too, because with Kai Cenat, the clothing hasn't even released. There hasn't been a single collection. He hasn't sold a single item yet, and we haven't seen what the temperature check is.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like, this is just me speaking for myself. What the fuck is this on my desk? No matter what Kai Cenat drops, a nigga like me probably just wouldn't cop it up. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I don't even know, but I'm gonna be real with you. Like, even when it comes to clothing and everything like that, I wear the same shit all the time, every day. I don't really care for clothing. And even if I did, and I see some shit for like 200, for 200, I'll go to Gucci, Psycho Bunny, Coach, Ralph Lauren. Like, yeah, you could say, oh, it's the white man shit. Okay. And I like the clothes. They cool as shit. Whatever. That's calm. I'm more of a, damn, I got some money. Let me go get a bike or something. Let me go get a car. Let me go get a new firearm. You know, I don't know. Plus, Kai Cenat barely got his foot into the fashion game as it is, so anything he do drop, I have to see what's really hitting for real, because like he did say, Virgil and Kanye took their time, took a while to get their shit right. And Yeezy's wasn't hitting for the first time it came out. Nah, Yeezy's second time it came out was hitting. Yeah, Yeezy was hitting for sure. But it took a few tries. Took a couple years. This thing only like what? A year and a half in? Nah, bro. Or 6 months in, like he said. No, we can't go for that.
And
can't
the
go for that.
general public's
Come on, man. It's too
him
easy.
as a designer and the clothing that he's produced. So the fact that he's putting this out, it just feels so like self-centered, and he wants to skip the process. And Rocky,
it do feel a little egotistical, don't it? Like trying to stoke his own little ego or some shit. I ain't mad at it though. Stoke your ego again. Yo, I want one of them Louis Vuitton crates, my nigga. That shit look hard. Tyler the Creator was selling a chessboard box shit for like a band. Eat a dick, young boy. Fuck.
Even pointed this out in a clip that when he was doing the interview with academics, and he was saying like, yo, come holla at me. Like, you don't got to show everybody the process, because people don't care about the process.
Show them the finished product.
The result is something successful. Like, do you want to see some bum train every single day that's never going to make it to the NBA, right? Like, you want to see, oh, wait, this person went through the D-League, and then he played overseas for 2 years, and then he was in China for a year, and then he was in
It's like this, bro. It's a reason why in all the narco shows, you ain't never see the process on how to make the dope. You just see niggas bag that shit up and buy it. Why? You nobody give a fuck about how the work made. They just want the work. Come on, bro. We all know this, man.
And then he made it to the NBA, and then now he dropped a documentary of him and his process that he had to go through. That's cool, because you know, like, oh, whoa, we're going from here and we're ending at the top. Same thing with like a LaMelo Ball. Like, we followed that in real time, but that's because they were just on social media. And LaMelo Ball wasn't even young enough to get drafted at that time. What they were doing with LaMelo and LiAngelo by like sending him, I think, 1 year in Lithuania, 1 year in Australia. That was really cool. And actually, if a documentary comes,
yo, they sent LaMelo. I forgot what country it was. That nigga made it sound like it was hell on earth. He came back so nonchalant. He was like, yo, I'm just happy to have hot water. That shit, yo. I feel him though. I remember I went to Trinidad for the first time. No hot water. I was like, God damn.
Doubt about that. That would be really entertaining and really cool. But with a Kai Cenat, you're not even at the destination yet. And this is where I think it's just this influencer, streamer, oversharing ideology. And frankly, I'm going to show you guys a graph right now. Kai Cenat, this is...
It's good for your health.
It's a Dunning-Kruger effect graph. But basically, the x-axis is how good you are at something. Also, and then the y-axis is how confident you are about something. So, and it's also time as well. So, for example, early on, everything seems kind of easy. You're like, oh, that's light work. I could do that. And then you start, and it's kind of, and then you hit the valley of despair, which is when you realize, yo, this is way harder than I thought. It's like rapping, right? Especially when you hear rappers that sound like they make it look easy. You're like, yo, rapping must be easy. Making music must be easy. You go in there, you try to make a song. Let's say you even have the beat ready, you have an engineer, and it sounds like trash. Or you might think it sounds good. And then everyone's telling you, like, yo, this is terrible. You spend a couple of months, and you're like, damn, I really suck. And this is after a couple of months. So after a couple of months, you're less confident than you were on day one. And that's like valley of despair. I don't know if Kai Cenat's reached that yet. But Kai Cenat's at the point of the top of Mount Stupid. He's there with the clothes. He's there, like, showing up at Fashion Week. Dog, October. This is what really set me off. Like, this isn't something that he's been doing forever. This is something that he just got into. Like, Bruce Drop 'Em Off has a better, like, Bruce Drop 'Em Off used to sell clothes when he was like 16, 17. It was called like Condones, Condones. So he had attempted to like somewhat do like a fashion type of business. So it would make sense if a Bruce, and even a Bruce isn't going to do something like this. So the fact that Kai Cenat's out here making a documentary about him learning something that just started in October and he's putting the stuff out like we care is so self-centered, like big-headed. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, you should do this. I'm not saying he shouldn't document this. He should document this.
Yo, this nigga mad as shit. Yo, this nigga mad as shit, nigga. Yo, bro. No, I feel him, right? Like, alright, nigga, 6 months. How much shit can you show niggas 6 months, like, in 6 months, gang? Alright, you started, let's say August, September. You started September, August, whatever. Brody, there's not enough time in 6 months for you to have like a whole book page like filled up and you showing this shit where it's like you've been through the highs and the lows. Like, granted, nothing's easy in life. Like, the whole graph he just showed, that same shit apply to YouTube, bro. I swear to God, I thought it was gonna be on the up and up. I was getting hundreds of views, thousands of views on a video. My shit plummeted, boy. My heart dropped to my ass. I swear to God, I almost cried. I'm texting Chat GPT, yo, fuck going on? Should I quit? Should I go get a real job or something? Like, do I need to go get a fourth job? Shit, tell me now, bro. Let me know what's going on now. But you have hills and you have billows and hills or whatever the thing's called. I don't know, nigga. I'm not no fucking encyclopedia or something. What? What are we talking about here? But you got your ups and your downs. Kai Cenat, just give it to me. He always gonna be up for right now, at least. He always gonna be up. Like, that's not even gonna get it twisted. That nigga like a multi-millionaire. He probably touching like 300 M's. He good. Let's say 200 M's, 200 M's, 200.
But keep it to himself. Drop the clothing, and then. But I think this is like a promotional strategy. But this is what Kai Cenat's going to learn, and it's going to be a tough lesson. You want the respect of your clothing to leave your sphere of influence. So the best thing for Kai Cenat's clothing brand to be successful is for somebody who has no idea what the hell Kai Cenat is, or who the hell Kai Cenat is, or what a Vivette is, or what a journal is, or what Italian factory he went to. They just see a clothing item and they're like, damn, that's cool. And someone says like, yo, where'd you get that? They're like, oh, I don't know, I bought it. Well, obviously, like, you would have to go to his store, but like, oh, I just saw it on Instagram and I thought it was cool. And you're like, do you know who Kai Cenat is? That's his brand. He's like, I've heard of that guy. I didn't know it's his brand. But if it's going to be your fans that are buying the clothes and it sells out, because I think it's going to sell out.
Yo, I don't know, my fault. I was just thinking about in my head. I swear I just saw pinky green leather, like, in his book. If his clothing with some leather shit, I ain't gonna lie, I can't fuck with it, bro. I hate leather. I don't know why niggas be rocking leather pants to the club and shit, whatever. Going leather pants? You know how hot leather is, my nigga? And I hope it's not alligator either. Like, yo, come on, gang, you over whooping it. Swamp ass all over the place, smelling like a 2-pack of shit. I'm not going for it, gang. Damn. No, I hate leather, bro.
His fans are going to want to buy it, and they're probably going to want to resell it. But then why would you even stop streaming? Because if you just kept streaming, kept doing content, and put out the clothes, they would buy it anyway because they're your fans.
He could do it at the same time.
It's just like this little childish journal. It's so self-censored from what I'm... Not self-censored, because I don't think like Kai Cenat thinks he's like the hottest thing. But I think he's trying to shortcut everything. And you cannot shortcut greatness. It's impossible.
He dead trying to speed run.
Everybody put in their dues. Look at Ye. Ye's been in fashion for, let's just say, his first collaboration. Not only has Ye been into fashion since he was a child himself, which this is something that Kai Cenat just recently picked up 2 to 3 years ago when he started getting money. But Ye's been into this stuff and style since he was a kid. When did he really start having success? Like, the first Yeezy collection didn't even perform that well, like the MSG one.
I'm about to say he was like 2, 3 in.
The MSG moment with The Life of Pablo, that collection didn't do that well. It wasn't until like the Gap stuff did well, but it wasn't until maybe like late 20 teens, like 2018, 19, 20 and onward, especially now that he's doing everything on his own. And before that, he had partners. So now he's doing stuff on his own. And it wasn't until now that it started doing well for him. Well, he started off more with shoes because shoes always did well for Ye. But even then, that's 2016. So he's been in the fashion game for well over a decade. And this is Ye, who was more successful in every measure before getting into fashion than Kai Cenat is. And we don't have a Ye documentary about fashion. We don't have Ye showing up. Well, he does share here and there, but he came into it.
Yeah, I'm just going to be honest with you, bro. He could have been streaming and doing his fashion shit on the side, too, again. Same way he was doing YouTube on the side and doing, I guess, his education on the main joint. Don't just jump deep into the waters on one thing. Unless you really like that for real. Unless you like really set. Like, you don't need no money from this shit. All right, go do your thing, bro. Because, yeah, what's the saying? I forgot where it's from. But, yo, a little money, a little game be. Now, what he said, if I leave the game, are they going to let me the same? What was that, paid in full, I think? And that's true. If you leave a game, are the fans still going to love you? I mean, shit, you're not selling that work no more. You're not giving them streams no more. Maybe not. Maybe just somebody they used to watch now. But you got to take that chance. Maybe you'll become a next La Roche. I don't know. Whoever Zendaya stylist is. Maybe you'll become the next Kanye. Next Virgil, next Pharrell. But then again, none of them stopped doing what they loved to do first too. Like Kanye, Pharrell still making music while they was doing creative directing shit. Just got to balance your time out properly, young buck.
Humble. Like, we should have been seeing people catching Kai Cenat working for some Celine designer, handing him coffee. Like a fan is like, yo, Kai Cenat went from streaming Mafiathon 3 and LeBron to collecting coffee for these. That's what we should have saw. Because that's you putting yourself down there and saying, you know what? I got to learn like everybody else. There is no shortcut to this. Like, yeah, you have money, but like people like we're going to know, money does not buy taste. And also, it would make sense if Kai Cenat partnered with a designer that people respect. Like, it could be a young dude, and that's the guy that's aiding Kai Cenat, and they're working as a team. But for him, like, dog, the guy's like using a freaking sewing machine. This started in October, bro. Like, this is so unreal. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to.
A nigga like me, I would have took a bunch of kids from college, like a arts college, fashion college, whatever. That should be in an art school, right? I mean, it is art, technically speaking, but I'm like, yo, I want y'all on my creative team. Y'all the future. Y'all the youth, man. Y'all know what y'all niggas doing. Get you an old head, blend some fashion from like early 2000s. Early 2000s maybe. 1970s, 80s. Keep it a bean. I feel like some 80s, 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s shit should come back low key. I feel like we should have another Renaissance, low key. Give them some shit to pull from, some inspiration. Harlem Renaissance in the 1920s, or I think 1920s, right? Harlem Renaissance. What was that, 40s? I don't know. It had to be 20s. Yeah, 1920s. Give them some speakeasy, like give them a vibe to go off of, and boom, make some fashion, nigga. That's how you supposed to do it. And while they working, I'm paying the bills, but I'll stop in, put my 2 cents in, help out, work with other people. And during the day, I'm streaming, I'm doing YouTube, I'm making money so I could pay this organization off. I gotta pay them, I gotta pay this. You feel me? Yo, nigga like me, bro. I just wanna have a bunch of businesses where, yeah, they might not be making too much money yet, but me doing YouTube and my shit, I'm making money to supplement the wages for at least a half a year or a year.
To see this collection, man. I really
on
cannot.
Some genius shit, bro.
It's gonna sell.
I don't know. I just love money.
That's not a thing. But are people going to clown this? Are they going to say it's trash?
For sure.
Fashion is subjective, but you are.
Niggas always gonna be hating, and you famous. Oh my god, niggas gonna hate times 10, bro. That shit GG's. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. You just got power through, gang. That's all it is. Ain't nobody care. I get hating comments like a nigga gonna tell me on my short that I did, cause I wasn't gonna record that day, to be honest with you, so I just posted a short, gang. Nigga gonna say, you sound retarded. You should go and learn how to speak properly. I said, okay, gang. I said, all right, bet. Do you recommend any speech therapist? No response. Like, damn, look at you, just dick munching with no help, nigga. You just dick sucking for the love. For the love, gang. It's not worth it. It's not. But that's my 2 thoughts. Kai Cenat gonna be good. I'm not buying no shit with leather, gang. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I fucking hate leather, bro. But alright though, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace.